everyone. I'm just going to show you what I'm going to make. I make this wonderful black pepper cheese, but because my daughter Erica is not a black pepper fan, not that she doesn't like black pepper, she doesn't like the coarse black pepper, and if it's just way too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same recipe to make the black pepper cheese, but I'm going to coat it with something different for her. So I'm going to put the nuts aside. We're going to start off with some parchment paper, and I have some fresh thyme, and I am going to just remove some of the small leaves, and I'm going to crush some other ingredients, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. And we're going to encrust this cheese with fresh thyme, and if you don't have fresh, you can always use dry, but there's a big difference when you have fresh herbs with your cheese. So I'm going to continue this later, but I'm just going to show you some of the things I'm going to do. So we're going to put this aside. I'll put this here, and I'm going to take, here we go. I'm going to take my bullet. Okay. So I'm going to take my NutriBullet, and I'm going to put a handful of pumpkin seeds. Well, less than a handful. I would say about 1.5 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds, and about maybe 2 tablespoons of pistachios. I'm going to take a handful of cranberries, and we're going to take the thyme that we crushed. I will add more to this, but just to show you. And we're going to quickly give this a pulse. So I'm going to skip this part for you so you don't have to hear this noise. Okay. I'm just going to show you what it looks like. There we go. And this is what I'm going to encrust her cheese in. It's a mixture of pumpkin, thyme, pistachios, and cranberry. This is going to be just delicious for her. It's going to be almost like a sweet and savory coating. I will add a small pinch of hickory smoked salt, just to add a little bit of salt, smoky salt flavor to this cheese. And just a crackle of salt, and this is going to be what we're going to encase the cheese in. So I'm just adding some extra small bits where they're going to be a little more visible of the fresh thyme. And this is just going to add such a nice tangy, lemony, fresh taste to your cheese. Now again, this cheese could either be aged, or it can be eaten fresh, where you can just spread it on a bagel, or if you're eating raw, on some raw bread. But it really is a nice and wonderful flavor that you can add to your cheeses. You know, you don't have to stick with always savory. Sometimes you can have, I make one similar to this, and I usually make it and sell it over the holidays, and it's just such a nice taste. You could also incorporate some of the cranberries right into the cheese itself. but this time we're going to make it a little more savory. So we're going to add the salt, and we're not going to put any inside. I mean, some might go in when we're rolling the cheese, but not that we're going to put any cranberries inside. We want this to be a little more savory. So I'm going to add a little extra salt, and maybe just, where is my black pepper? Here it is. Oh, by the way, I wanted to show you. Look what I got at the Asian store. I'm always off camera, eh? Fresh black pepper. I'm drying it. I bought it fresh. I'm drying it. And this is going to be wonderful. Here we go. I know she doesn't like a lot of pepper, but if I put a little bit of pepper, she'll be okay with it. And there it is. We're just going to mix it up. This is going to be just wonderful. Check always for salt. Now, I finished my juice fast, so I can dip. I finished my juice fast, so I can actually dip into my mixture. So here we go. I'm going to put that aside, and I'm going to make my cheese, my goat cheese, and then I'm going to encase the cheese with this wonderful, wonderful mixture that I just made here, and it's a nice nutty, fruity, herby taste to it. So you should really definitely give this a try. It's a nice summer. Cheese, and you'll surprise a lot of meat eaters if you give them some of this cheese to try. They would really enjoy it. Maybe it could be a nice reason to get them to stop eating animal cheese and maybe try making their own. So I'll see you in a bit.